Hey guys, it's Subzikid here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another tutorial on After Effects. And what I'm going to be showing you today is how to sync shots to music, and it's quite simple. And once you get used to the technique which I use, and I think this is the best technique and the quickest technique, you could like sync on a million man feed within like 10 minutes or something. So it's pretty simple once you like know how to do it. So into After Effects, import your clips and music and make a new composition, but you actually want to make it longer than the actual clip itself. So it's a 30-second clip and I've made it 1 minute 40-second composition. And after you've done that, just hit OK, and now you can just import your clip and your music. And I'll just quickly get rid of these black lines like that. And once you've done that, or you can add some color correction and stuff, but I won't bother. And once you've done that, on your clip, just right click it, go to time, enable time remapping, and you just see these two keyframes. I'm going to try get through this tutorial as quick as I can because it can be quite a lengthy process explaining everything. So if you don't keep up, just like pause and do whatever. So I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. So basically what time remapping does is, say if you make a keyframe, when you make a keyframe in time remapping, what it does, it makes a keyframe on the frame itself. So say, like, remember this frame here, so I make a keyframe on it and it's about 6 seconds, and say if I just move this keyframe like down to about 4 seconds and I move the timeline down to 4 seconds, you can see it's that exact frame which was there. Basically the keyframe has pictured that frame and brought it down and squished up all the other frames and made all the other frames play quicker. So as you can see, everything is just much faster, so that this frame will be at that point where the keyframe is, and all of this part's just slowed down slightly because it's just been stretched. And that's basically what time remapping is. So say if you have two keyframes like that, and you select both of them and you move them like that way together, this part is all going to be sped up really fast, and this part will just be normal speed, and then this part's just going to be slightly slowed down, but it doesn't look slowed down because I'm just running through this quickly, but it is. So that's the main thing about time remapping. It makes a keyframe on the frame number itself, or on the frame picture. You can look up into time remapping if you want, but that's what it is really. So after that, you want to import your music, and if you just double tap L on your music, and as you can see, if I just zoom in a bit, you can see that this song's Lights by Claypex, which is a pretty like neat song. And as you can see, there's a snare beat, or a decent, like a snare beat, then a snare beat, bass beat, a snare bass, snare bass, and this song's really simple to do really. Say if you didn't have a song and you couldn't really see the beats this well, what you can do, if you just hide these, basically just hide your clip, audio and image, and put this onto full, or just put it on full here, and hit RAM preview. What you can do while you're listening, then you'll be able to hear the song. And what you can do, hit the star button on the keypad while you're listening to the song, every time you hear the beat where you want to sync it to, and it will make a marker after it's finished RAM previewing. You will just see like markers where you hit the star button, and that's the way to mark it up if you can't see your beats like this. But I don't need to do that because this is pretty simple here. So after you've done that, now just for some keyframing, you do have to do quite a bit, so I'll just quickly explain what you have to do. So find your first shot, and if you use page up to go frame backwards, or previous frame, and page down to go to the next frame, and you can just like go through frames like that, which can make it easier because you want to find the exact frame to make it more accurate. So if you just find the frame, so he probably shot there, and make a keyframe. And what you want to do is make a keyframe half a second before the shot and half a second after, and this is 60 frames per second clip, so it's going to be 30 frames. And you can actually move in frames of 10 by holding down shift and then hitting page up or page down. So if I hold down shift and page up, it's gone 10 frames backwards. If I do it again, it's gone 20 frames, so it's basically add another 10 and add another 10, that's 30 frames. And then just hit another keyframe 30 frames before, so half second, and then just go to your shot again and then go 30 frames after. So just hold down shift and then page down 3 times, and as you can see, there's half second before, there's a shot, and then half second after, so 30 frames each way. Well, you don't have to have it exact, but I like having things exact because OCD kinda. And then after that, you just want to find your next shot, so there, and make a keyframe on the shot, and then half a second before and after, using the same technique, so shift and page up and page down, and then just find your next shot, so that's there. And basically just do that for every single shot, and this has about 8 shots, so I'll just quickly pause it here. And so basically what you have to do, just find your shot, keyframe half a second before your shot and half a second after, so it's going to be 3 keyframes per shot. So I'll just pause it here so you don't have to watch me doing all of it. Okay, so I'm back, and that just took about 2 minutes, so it's not long. So as you can see, and that's basically the main basis of it really. So as you can see, there's a shot there, and what happens is that he actually dies, and then he actually comes back quite quickly and just recovers his little feed again. So another shot there, misses a shot, and then gets a shot, and then dies again. So that's that, and so 3 keyframes per shot. And after you've done that, go into your audio, double tap L again if you close it down. So and now this is where the syncing comes in. So find your first beat, so mine's here, I'll just line it up there, so yeah, there. And what you want to do, you want to leave this keyframe, just pretend this keyframe isn't here, so just leave that as it is, but this keyframe is important. So what you want to do, you want to select all keyframes and that last one. If you don't select that last one, it doesn't actually matter really too much, but at the end it will just come out a bit weird. So once you selected all the keyframes, the middle ones, so there's a shot, and then those are just the 2 barrier, just call them barrier keyframes, and then there's another shot. So you want to find the actual shot keyframe, so that's half second before, that's the shot, and click on that one and hold it down and drag it and put it onto the timeline, where, because you make sure you put your timeline onto the first beat, the beginning of the first beat, and then put it, and what you want to do, you just want to drag that keyframe onto the timeline. But if you want to lock it on, just hold down shift and it should just lock on straight away, like that. And now if you see, this part is just sped up and it's just started, and the thing is that this part has just slowed down, this part just put it back to normal speed, so then when he shoots it's actually all normal speed, instead of it like, say, only the shot was like, only that frame was at normal speed, if you know what I mean. Because otherwise, say when you put in your gunshot sounds, it's gonna just sound really weird, because you'll hear the little pulling back of the little clutch thing or whatever it is, like you'll hear the bullet drop, but you'll realize that he's already onto his second shot, like, because you can see, well, you know this little thing he pulls back here, it makes a little sound in gunshots, this thing here which he pulls back, it makes a little sound, and you'll hear that sound going normally, but you'll realize he's like probably on to his 4th shot already if you haven't made these 3 keyframes per shot. So go to your next beat. I don't know if that part just made sense, but I don't know. So go to your second beat and then select all keyframes except the first 3, because those 3 keyframes are synced and don't touch them anymore. So just leave them, pretend that keyframe isn't there. So leave the first 3 and then just get all the other ones and find that middle one. So the first keyframe there and then the second one there, so the middle one, and hold down shift and just lock it onto the timeline which is on your beat. So if you think about it, is you've basically just put that keyframe, that shot keyframe, on the beat. So it's kind of common sense in a way. So so go to your next beat. Oh, mine is there. And then if you just click away and select all the keyframes except those ones, because those have been synced, and just select the shot keyframe and lock it on to the timeline. Go to your next one, which is there, and select keyframes, these ones, like that. And basically that's what you just got to do. And say I'll just quickly show you this one, because this is the main reason I use time remapping, really, because it can just speed this part up. Say if like there's this massive part in the middle, what you can do is just select all the keyframes, get your shot one, and just lock it on straight away. And just basically what it's done is just sped up all of this, and it's just did that like all automatically for you. So that's why I basically use time remapping, because it's so simple to use. And I'll just quickly pause it here so you don't have to watch me do every shot. Okay, so I'm back after like a minute, and I'll just quickly put on the last couple of shots onto the beat. So as you can see, like on the beats that are the actual like shots and stuff, and that's it. So if you like hit RAM preview, you can just quickly check it, and you just might have to make 1 or 2 minor adjustments, like say if you didn't put the timeline onto the beat properly, but you can just adjust it so easy, because all you have to do is just like move the keyframe like slightly to the left or slightly to the right. So if I like just quickly RAM preview it, just turn that down a bit and RAM preview it, I'll put the full thing at the end. I'll just quickly render this out and put it at the end for you guys so you can just see how it came out. And this didn't really take that long either. Well, I had to explain it and stuff, but I would do it much quicker. So that's it like that. Yeah, so that's it. I don't know if that lagged a bit because of screen recorder, but say if you had to slow down a lot of the parts in between, like say if all your shots were so close together that you had to slow it all down, and it didn't actually come up with the rest of the thing, what you do is just like the rest of the clip, like you just cut off, you just drag this out to however long you need it. But I actually need to shorten it down a bit, so voice crack, so to about there. And if you just hold down shift, you can just lock it on. Shift does a lot of locking on and stuff. So that's that there, and that's really simple. Once you just get, say, just sync 1 or 2 big clips, and then you'll be like fully used to the thing, and it's so easy. So that's really it, guys. So thanks for watching. Can you like drop a like, subscribe? Constructive criticism is always good. So comment and stuff. It really helps and motivates me to make more tutorials and stuff, because I like helping people and stuff. But if no one wants them, what's the point? So thanks for watching, guys. See ya. Thank you.